The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Guyana on Thursday rubbished the allegations of the University of Guyana's Senior Staff Association and Workers' Union for some time have alleged gross overspending at the university. Professor Ivor Griffith believes that the source of the union's contention is the university's position on the salary increases for 2018, where 4% was granted for academic staff and 3% for non-academic staff, in contrast to 10% for academics and 9% for other staff, which were requested by the unions.
We showed the unions the income and expenditures in December of last year and in January of this year to show that we could not afford anything other than what was made available. The union feels that because we've been raising money for items such as Turkine and Tain talks, we should be able to have money, forego those items and give the money to salaries. But here's the reality. The Turkine and Tain talks, those other events, we've raised money for the Jane Sobrat Center, $40 million funding the Nanpasat testing lab in Berbice. People don't give money to put into salaries of employees. They give monies for specific things.
On the issue of the financial audit, which is scheduled to commence early in May, the Vice-Chancellor is positive that it will show the unions that there is no fiscal space to accommodate their outrageous demands. He indicated that in 2017, the 6% salary increase for academic staff and 8% for non-academic staff cost the university $94 million and $6 million, respectively. He informed this newscast that to accommodate the salary increases that the unions are demanding, the university would also have to increase 19 other allowances for staff.
When we increase salaries, we also automatically have to increase the housing allowance. The housing allowance for every employee is 20% of your base salary. So if the base salary goes up by 5%, housing allowance goes up by 5%. But when we increase base salary, we also have to increase the contributions that the university has to make to people who are on pensions. Pension goes up. The base salary does not cover the merit increase. Every year we pay about 4 or 5% on merit. It may interest to you to know that other than the housing allowance, this university has 18 different allowances.
The two unions in a joint statement had alleged that in 2013, the combined compensatory packages for the executive body of the university amounted to less than $60 million. In 2018, that figure rose to well over $180 million, which is 3 times their salary in 5 years. The Vice-Chancellor, however, refuted those claims.
In 2013, when University of Guyana, 2012-2013 went through that review, university had about 6,000 students. It said that a university with 6,000 students and that number of staff, over 800, was operating with too thin a leadership. It recommended 4 deputy vice-chancellors rather than 1. When I came aboard in 2016, I took seriously that report. I took seriously what I had as a vision for the university. I said, we cannot afford 4 deputy vice-chancellors. Let's increase from 1 to 3. So the number of people in that executive category went up. That was approved by the Finance and General Purpose Committee. I recommended and got approval for a director of strategic initiatives. So the number of people in 2013 is not the same number in 2018. So talk about a tripling without looking at the number of people who are earning is a misrepresentation of what the reality is.
Professor Griffith is of the opinion that the unions have a personal agenda against him. Do you think that these unions have some sort of vendetta against you or something of the
Of course. I am pushing for change, necessary change. I am pushing for change that makes some people uncomfortable. I've been saying from the time I got here, my first month as Vice-Chancellor, the outrageous practices of late grades is something we've got to face and fix. It makes people uncomfortable.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Yanis Abrams.